Hello YouTube makeup lovers. So I'm here with another video in my makeup collection series, and today's video is going to be dedicated to my MAC palettes. I already did a video on my palette collection of all the other brands, but I decided to leave the MAC ones out of that video. Otherwise it would have been just way too long. As I always do, I'm going to link all the other videos in the makeup collection series in the description box down below in case you have missed one of them. And we better get started because I have a lot of MAC palettes to share with you guys. First and foremost, I want to say that I like the old MAC palettes a lot more than the newer MAC palettes. A lot of people may disagree or agree with me, but I just feel that these new ones like this, I think they're much more fragile than these. I feel like this can crack a little bit more easily than these. Also, the products are not as easy to pop out as they are in these. In the older MAC palettes, you kind of had like a little area where you can just easily put your finger and take out the shadow. Whereas in the new ones, you kind of have to like pop it out and squish it on both sides. I just don't like it. I also don't feel comfortable traveling with this. I just feel that my palette is gonna break any minute. And then, well, this is what the newer palettes look like. This is actually the blush one. What you do is you basically buy this box and you just buy the inserts. This is a blush one, and then they have the one with the 15 eyeshadows. But I used this for the blush when I bought them. I ended up not even switching my old palettes into the new ones. I just like these a lot better. They're also a lot thinner. And what I like about these is that I can put the names of the palettes here, of the eyeshadows here, and then I can kind of see what each eyeshadow is called. Whereas if I have them in these clear containers, I mean, you can't really put anything on them. If you put something in the back, it's just gonna make it look ugly. And if you put something here, you're not gonna see the color and it's just not gonna look pretty. Whereas in here, it's nice and closed, but when you open it, I can see the colors of each, and I'm going to show you how I do that. Before I forget, the new MAC palettes now, you can also get them like this, where you have two sides to it, and then you can put one insert on this side and one insert on this other side. I bought this, as you can see, I don't use it. Again, it just seems like this is going to break any minute. It's so thick, and I don't like it. I do have one of these. Oh, actually, no. I used to have one of these for my blushes, and I ended up just switching them to the single ones. But again, I just don't love the new MAC palettes. I like the older ones so much more. Also, let me tell you how I organize my MAC palettes. I do organize them by color, or at least that's how I started to organize them. I have like one palette for each type of color. But then as I got more and more and I started getting new ones, and then I had more than 15 purples, I just started adding those onto other palettes. So at the beginning, they're all pretty organized. Then as I buy newer colors, and I don't really buy that many new single eyeshadows from MAC anymore because I just have so many, I just kind of start sticking those into the newer palettes. And the palettes that you'll see more towards the end will have the colors a little bit mixed up already. But the original ones, the first few ones that I have when I started my collection, are pretty neat, and all the colors are with the right color family. Also, what you see here is a picture of the palette. So I pretty much take a picture of the palette here, and then I go on to Microsoft PowerPoint, and on the picture I put the names of the eyeshadows, so I automatically know which eyeshadow is which. So this is just a picture that I put some of the double-sided sticky tape in the back, and I just kind of stick it onto the cover of the palette. So that's why it looks like that. I just like it. I think it looks nice and neat. When you close a palette, you can't see it. This palette seems like it's nice and protected. But as soon as you open it, you have your eyeshadows and you know exactly what each color is called. So that I really like, and that is how I like to organize my MAC palette. So for me to know which is in what, I have a little dot right here that I got with one of those like paint type markers, and I just put a little dot, like right here is the purple dot, which means that this is the purple palette. So they each have a little dot, and then when I start doubling the dots, that's when I was already like, okay, I just have so many eyeshadows, I'm just gonna stick them all in one palette. So that's when they'll get a little bit mixed. So first, let's start with one of my favorites. It is the purples, because I love purples. This is my purple palette, and this is what the purple palette looks like. And let me tell you what eyeshadows I have. This one right here is Crystal. I have Beautiful Iris, Satellite Dreams, Fashion Groupie, Parfait Amour, Purple Haze, Nocturnelle, Fig One, Hepcat, Plum Dressing, Vibrant Grape, Violet, Trance, Shale, Star Violet, and Beauty Mart. So those are the colors that I have in my purple palette. Out of these, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be telling you the ones that are my absolute favorites. All in all, when you look at them, the color that I've always liked is the Parfait Amour color, but it doesn't have the best color payoff. And the ones that I love the most are Nocturnelle, which looks like that. That is Nocturnelle. I think it is a beautiful purple color. I've also always loved the color Fig, and I've loved the color Satellite Dreams. Those are three of my favorite purples. I think they're beautiful and they have excellent color payoff. So that is my purple palette. Next, I have my dark silver and black colors, and this is what that palette looks like. And pretty much the colors that I have here are Crisp, Filament, Idol Eyes, Scene, Smoking Diamonds, Club, Fashion, Silver Ring, Electra, Night Divine, Print, Typographic, Black Tide, Nehru, and Carbon. So those are my silvers and black type, just really dark colors. Out of these, the ones that I absolutely love the most, and I'm just going to tell you three of them. I love Night Divine, I love Electra, and I love the color Scene. These are three of my favorite gray type colors, and they're just absolutely beautiful. This one right here is Electra, the middle one is Night Divine, and then this one is the Scene color. They're just really beautiful, great colors. So those are my favorite ones from this palette. This is my light palette, like the white more type champagne colors, I guess I would call it. This is what this palette looks like. And here I have Gesso, which is just like a stark matte white, Crystal Avalanche, White Frost, Unbasic White, Vellum. Vanilla is like my holy grail color. I always use this color with every look I do. Brulee is my second best holy grail color. This is just pretty much a color that I apply into every look. One of these colors I'll apply to every look, just to kind of apply it under my brow bone, just to kind of make everything nice and neat for the other colors to go in and just to blend out any harsh edges. I just love it. Mylar, Solar White, Floof, Nylon. Nylon is the best inner corner highlight and brow highlight. I just love that color. I have not found a color that can compare to that one. This one right here is Rice Paper, Dazzle Light, Sweet Joey, and Jess. I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to show you these colors, because in order for me to read you the colors, I have to kind of get close to the camera, but then I can't see, so I'm sorry. I'm just kind of reading them like this. I hope you can kind of tell which are the ones that I love. Definitely, if I had to pick some colors from this palette, it would be the Nylon for the inner corner. It is just such a beautiful inner corner highlight. I just love that color so much. And Vanilla, it doesn't say much as a swatch on my finger, but it is such an important color for me, and I use it every single day. So those are the two that I would love. Dazzle Light is also a pretty one for the inner corner highlight. I even love Floof a lot. And I think those are the ones that I like, but Nylon and Vanilla are my holy grail MAC eyeshadows. I have my green palette, and this is what the green palette looks like. I do love green. I love wearing a lot of these bright colors on my lower lash line. I used to like to wear a lot more on the lid, and I do need to get back to doing more colorful looks on the lid. But I used to love color all the time, and now I'm just in like this neutral type of look funk. Like I always just love the neutral looks, the golds, the rose golds, the bronzes. That's kind of like what I go for. But what I do a lot now is with my neutral eyes, I'll do like a pop of color on my lower lash line, and I love that look. So I do that a lot with greens and with blues and even with purples. So here are the greens, and this one right here is, let me see where I can put the palette where the light hits it fine. This one right here is Just, Bitter, Bio Green, Lucky Green, Kelly, Gulfstream. Gulfstream I love. I don't think this is a permanent shade, but Gulfstream is one of the colors that I love to apply on my lower lash line. This one right here is Haunting, Surreal, Steamy, Shimmer Moss, Green Smoke, Sumptuous Olive, Sprout, Springtime Skipper, and Humid. So from these, my 3 favorites, like I said, are the Gulfstream one. Love Humid, is a beautiful, beautiful green. And I also love Sumptuous Olive. Where did I say? Here it is. Sumptuous Olive is really, really pretty. And this Lucky Green one I actually like a lot too. It's just a pretty green color. So here are the 4 colors that I love the most from the green palette. This one right here is Humid. This one is Gulfstream, love it for the lower lash line, Sumptuous Olive, and the Lucky Green. Next is my neutral palette, and this of course is my favorite MAC palette. I love the neutral palette. I actually have a video dedicated just to this palette, so I'm going to link to that video down below, but I am going to just tell you quickly which are the colors that I have on here. And this one, I just love them all. These are all my neutral favorite eyeshadows from MAC. So in this case, I can't pick one. Maybe I can tell you which one is like my all-time favorite. But I mean, I don't even know what to pick. They're just such amazing colors. So here we start off with Shroom, Naked Lunch, All That Glitters, Satin Taupe, Bronze, Amber Lights, Romp, Mulch, Sable, Woodwinked, Brun, Wedge, Cork, Espresso, and Smut. So absolutely love these colors. One that I cannot live without is the Satin Taupe color, which is this one right here. Love also the Amber Lights, which is this one right here. Those are just beautiful colors. Woodwinked is also a great color for blending. I love Wedge and Cork, which are these 2 right here. For the outer corner, I absolutely love to put on Espresso and Brun, just to like the outer corner, just to darken it a little bit. So this is just an amazing, amazing palette. This is like my go-to MAC palette. I have my blues. This is my blue MAC palette right here. And this one, I definitely have a few colors of this one that I love so, so much. Love to put these on my lower lash line as well. But there are really only 2 that I absolutely cannot live without. So I'll definitely show you swatches of those. Here, let me see if I can try to get a little closer. Here are the colors: Sky Blue, Suave Intentions, Tilt, Moon's Reflection, Lovelace, Wrinkle, Cobalt, Electric Eel. I went through a phase where I would put Electric Eel all the time under my lower lash line, and that was like my look for like years. I would put on that Electric Eel. Such a bright color that I think it's still the same eyeshadow. I didn't even put a dent in it, but I used it every single year. This one right here is Blue Calm, Fresh Water, Blue Flame, Deep Truth, Contrast, Prussian, and Navel. Out of these, the ones that I love the most are definitely, actually I have more than just 3. Deep Truth I love, Contrast I love, Fresh Water I love, and let me just show you how bright and vivid Electric Eel is. These are my 4. This is Electric Eel. Then on my ring finger, that is Deep Truth. Here is Contrast, and here is Fresh Water. Those are beautiful, beautiful blues with excellent, excellent color payoff. Next, I have my yellow and orange palette, and this is what the orange and yellow palette looks like. So let me tell you all the colors that I have. This is Going Bananas, Crest the Wave, Gorgeous Gold, Chrome Yellow, Gold Mine, Motif, Straw Harvest, Off the Page, Expensive Pink, Coppering, Cranberry, Vainglorious, DeVille, Antiqued, and Beauty Burst. I remember some of these colors are like some special edition collections. I remember the Crest the Wave and Off the Page, I believe I bought these at the same time. Okay, so let me show you the ones that I love the most. Gold Mine, I absolutely love a lot. Coppering is an excellent, excellent color. And Antique is a really, really beautiful color. Even Cranberry is a good one. Let me show you those 4. These are 4 excellent colors. If you love these type of colors, you will for sure love these. I just think they are gorgeous. I have my pink palette, and this is what the pink palette looks like. And this is a palette that, again, I did go through some stages where I use the same color over and over again. And I'm already seeing one color that I must have gone through 5 of these, because that was like my go-to look, was with that pink called Pink Freeze, and the Stars and Rockets. I would do like a little look with that combo. Love them. So let me show you all the colors right here. This one is called Whistle. That one was from the Barbie collection. Seedy Pearl, Sea Myth, Vex, Pink Freeze, Ego, Girly, Sweet Lust, Pink Venus, Doubling, Swish, Stars and Rockets, Creme de Violet, Purple Shower, and Playful. So those are the colors in the pink palette. I used to love this Frosty Pink, Pink Freeze. That's the one. I don't know, I just did like a look with that. I don't know if I would ever do a look with that one again. It's just so funny how your taste change after a certain amount of time. Stars and Rockets, I absolutely loved. Those, I have to say, were like my favorite colors. Let me show you Creme de Violet. That one I liked a lot too. But I mean, this is a palette that I don't see myself reaching for all that much. Well, let me also show you the swatch for Purple Shower. So here are the 4 colors. This one right here is the Stars and Rocket, the Pink Freeze. This one is the Creme de Violet, and in my pinky I have the Purple Shower. So yeah, I don't see myself reaching for this one all that much anytime soon. But those are some of the ones that I used to wear all the time. The Bling is also, I think, like a famous pink color. But I don't really wear pink all that much on my eyes anymore. So I have 3 more palettes left, and these are already the ones that have the 2 dots, because I was just like, I don't even know what else to put in there. I try to put all the colors together as much as I could to organize them, but you'll be able to see that these are a little bit more mixed. This next palette has a mix of pinks and purples, and as I can see now, I have barely used any of these eyeshadows. So this is what this palette looks like. This is just my little mix of extra purple and pink colors that I have purchased. This one right here is Digit, Crazy Cool, Her Alter Image, Dame's Desire, Very Violet. This one is called Shockaholic, Vile Violet, Indian Ink, Shadowy Lady, Graphology. That's a really great dark color. Has really great color payoff. This one is Rosy Outlook, Rose, Sushi Flower, Lala, and Firecracker. I don't really have any favorites in this palette. I know that Graphology one has like excellent color payoff. It almost looks black. It's a really great color. This next palette has more neutral shadows that I have purchased. These are, a lot of the shadows are kind of matte colors, and they're just very neutral. These can definitely be used all the time. It's just a nice neutral palette. I haven't really reached out for this one all that much, just because I have my other one that is kind of the one that I gravitate towards the most. I mean, this palette looks pretty spick and span. Let me show you the colors in this palette. This one right here is called Short Shorts, Fresh Daisy, Retrospect, Omega, Soba, Arena, Patina, Kid. Kid is a really great color for the crease. Soft Brown is another great color for the crease, which are these 2 right here. These are really great. I still like Wedge and Cork more though. Texture is also a good color for the crease. This one right here is Coquette, Swiss Chocolate, Corduroy, Brown Down, and Handwritten. So these, again, I don't really have like super favorites on these. These are just basic colors that you can use for any look. But I'm going to show you right now. This is Kid. This is Soft Brown in the middle, and Texture is at the end. So these are just great basic colors for blending. And this is definitely a palette that I should definitely get more use out of, because they're basic colors that I can use on an everyday basis. And my next palette is just a mix of a bunch of different colors. I do have some neutrals, some random like green colors, and then I do have some colors that I do love a lot in this one. But basically, it's just a bunch of random colors. It has no color coordination in this palette. This is my last of the matte palettes. This one right here is Hey, Grain, Honesty, Prep for Glamour, Tracks, which I really like, Sketch I really like, Twinks I really like, Blackberry, Foley, Deep Dancing, Copper Plate I also like, Bow Gray, Birds and Berries, Plumage, and Sweet and Punchy is this one right here. So in this palette, there are 4 colors that I want to share with you guys that I absolutely love. This one right here is Trance. It's like a really cool purple with some like green, not green, some gold little flecks. The one on my middle finger is Sketch. It has excellent color payoff. I love it. On my ring finger, I have Twinks. And on my pinky, I have Copper Plate. So out of these four, I would definitely pick these three just because they have the best color payoff. Trance is a really pretty color and it's different, but I can't say the color payoff is excellent. I do have to pack on that color, but Sketch, Twinks, and Copper Plate are just amazing. So that is pretty much it. This was my MAC palette collection. I think the next video I will do in my makeup collection series is my lipstick collection. So that one will definitely be coming up next. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that you try some of my favorite MAC eyeshadows out. And as always, I just want to say thank you so much for watching B Lounge Makeup. Bye.